Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. NFL is back. College football is back. We all the way back, baby. Thank y'all so much for joining us again. Please wipe your feet as you come in to Mono Sports. What do I mean by that? Click the subscribe button. Click the notification button so you'll always be notified when I drop another video. And always hit that like button if you love the content. All right, let's get started. Man, an excellent game on the Thursday night football. Dallas Cowboys, Philadelphia Eagles. Um, you know, it was a rivalry game as it always is. As it always is, man. First play of the game defensively for the Eagles. You definitely got something that we didn't expect in Jalen Carter spitting on Dak Prescott. I mean, that's just a play you can't have. You gotta be smarter than that. You gotta control your emotions. That definitely set the Eagles back. I feel like defensively they probably had to, well, not probably. They had to come up with another game plan. It definitely enabled Dallas to get off some good runs. Javonte Williams had a good coming out party for the Cowboys, being brought over from the Denver Broncos. Um, Javonte had 9 rushes for 38 yards in the first half, 2 TDs, might I add. Um, Miles Sanders came over. He came over, did some good work. I'll get to Miles Sanders in a minute. Uh, the secondary for the Eagles did look a little different without Big Play Slay. Definitely, they're leaning towards the young cornerback Williams, number 27, being the leading uh, DB out there in the secondary, and he's an awesome cornerback. Can't take that from him. Dallas had some opportunities late and early. Early on, the first half, Pickens, the acquisition uh, from the Pittsburgh Steelers, wide receiver from Georgia. He didn't catch a deep pass. I wish it was stats for this as far as pass interference yards, especially in the NFL, because they you get the yardage wherever the penalty happened at. So it's not just a 15-yard penalty. This play here racked up some yardage, got them deep into Philadelphia territory, and actually led to a Javonte Williams touchdown. But Pickens was definitely you could definitely see where this system is going to fit him better than the Pittsburgh Steelers system. Um, but Lamb in the first half, he got active. 4 for 86 in the first half. He did some damage. Saquon 10 for 49 yards in the first half and a TD. He did most of his effective work in the first half. The second half, Dallas had answers for him. They clogged up them running lanes. But the one thing they didn't have answers for was Jalen Hurts. And Jalen Hurts killed them with his legs the entire game. And actually, the first half, Jalen Hurts had 2 TDs on the ground. And these wasn't tush push touchdowns. These was scrambling, buying time out of the pocket, making the best of the situation and getting in the end zone. So, Jalen Hurts was very effective with what he did out there tonight. He finished up with 19 for 23, 152 yards. Rushing, he was 14 for 62 with a pair of touchdowns. He was the team's, of course, leading passer, but also the leading rusher. Saquon, like I said, was more effective in the first half. Second half, not so much. Goddard had a big day. Tight end for Philadelphia. He was a huge lifeline in key situations when he needed to complete a pass, because A.J. Brown, he didn't see a target until under 2 minutes left in the game. Devontae Smith, he got few targets early on, made a few plays, but nothing spectacular. The receiver in the group that led that group tonight was definitely Goddard. Goddard did his thing at tight end. Matter of fact, let me get his stats up for you. See what Goddard had. And Dotson, the guy that was brought over from Washington last year, he caught a deep pass. He finished with 3 for 59. Let's see what Goddard stats. Goddard had 7 catches for 44, and those 7 catches was moving the chain. Uh, Devontae Smith 3 for 16. You know, nothing to write home about there. Saquon had 4 catches for 24. Again, just effective night. He had 84 all-purpose yards. A.J. Brown, as I said before, 1 catch, 8 yards. And Jahan Dotson had 3 for 59, but mainly off of that 51-yard bomb that he caught. So that pretty much said that. Now with the Cowboys, like I said, Dak was, you know, Dak didn't look bad. He didn't look bad. Receivers let him down, mainly CeeDee Lamb. 3 big drops in the game, and they were all in the second half. And big drops. One was on a key third down in the early in the fourth quarter. Then the very next drive, he was NFL open for a deep pass into Philadelphia territory. Dropped that one, and the last one was a diving attempt. That would have been a tough catch, but when you say you're in the 88 club, you got to bring them in. That's just all it is to it. You got to bring those passes in. And he didn't get it done tonight. I'm sure he'll bounce back, but tonight, not so much. So, like I said, that was 21 34, 188. No touchdown, no picks. Devontae Williams led with rushing 15 carries, 54 yards. Devontae looks good in this offense. If he can stay healthy, of course, this is his second year back off of an ACL surgery. If he can stay healthy, look for him to do some good things for Dallas. That Dallas didn't look bad, especially against the Eagles. Miles Sanders, 4 for 53. I tell you, it was a moment in this game early in the third quarter. Sanders broke for a 49-yard run, and Zach Bond, the linebacker for the Eagles, ran him down. I mean, if he gets in the end zone and if the scores stay the same as they are right here, I mean, he got down to probably the 12 or the 11-yard line. If he gets in the end zone and everything else stays put as it is now, Dallas wins 27-24. You got to get there. You got to make that house call. You're a running back. You can't get that. You can't let that linebacker catch you. I mean, he was out. He had a 2-3 yard gap on him when he broke. And credit to Bond, he walked him down and made the tackle. A couple of plays later, Miles Sanders fumbled the ball. Eagles get the ball back. Credit to Dak. Dak made the shoestring tackle on, I can't remember who recovered the fumble, but Zach made the shoestring tackle on him. That saved the touchdown, but you got to get that in the end zone. And that's the difference in the game. One part of it. Like I said, the other part, CeeDee Lamb, 7 catches for 110 yards. Great numbers, but 13 targets. And those 3 drops were huge in the second half. Matter of fact, huge in the fourth quarter. They came. Pickens 3 for 30, 4 targets. You'll definitely see his targets increase. Ferguson, tight end, 5 for 23. Devontae Turpin, 2 for 18. I can tell they're going to try to definitely get Turpin involved this year in a lot of different ways. Saw him in motion, them handing him the ball in the backfield. This guy he's not Tyreek Hill, but he has a big play effect as a player like him. So, all in all, great first day of NFL football. Great coming out party. It's always a good one with the Eagles and the Cowboys. The spread was 8.5 points. Dallas definitely covered that. I took them in the first half, plus 4.5. They covered that. At the end of the first half, it was 21-20. Shortly after that fumble that Miles Sanders had, you had a weather delay for maybe 30 minutes or so. And a lot of times, those are hard to come back from. And both teams pretty much the defense definitely came out ready to go after that weather delay. So, the defense did what they had to do. Keeping it real, Dak did what he had to do. You have to depend on your big players, and CD just didn't come up big tonight. And to me, that was the story as far as Dallas is concerned, as far as the Eagles, and as far as the final score concerned. Jalen Hurts did it with his leg. Matter of fact, he iced the game. I believe it was the 3rd and 3. Under 2 minutes to go. Dallas with one time out left. He takes the snap, looks around, nothing's open. He takes off and gets the first down. Ball game. Ball game. So that's that on the Cowboys and Eagles. Tomorrow night, you'll have the Kansas City Chiefs playing against the Chargers of Los Angeles. And this game here will be at 7 o'clock on YouTube. So I believe this is a freebie. Everybody can watch this one on YouTube. This game is to be played in Brazil. I don't know how I feel about that, but you know how the NFL is. They're trying to get, globalize the sport, so to say. But that game will be in Brazil. 3.5-point spread. And I'm taking the Chiefs. I'm taking the mixed Michael Jordan, baby. So look for them to get that done. 46.5 is total. 23. You might see the same final score, 24-20, something like that. I like the Chargers, but I like the Chiefs more. And look for Andy Reid and Pat Mahomes and company to get that done. And you know what? The cool thing about it is this offseason, you're not hearing a lot of big talk other than Kelsey and Taylor Swift getting married. You're not hearing a lot of talk about Kansas City, but I'm not betting against Kansas City. As far as an AFC representative, I definitely look for them. If they stay healthy, I look for them to be right back in the thick of it. As a matter of fact, I look for them to be the AFC representative in the Super Bowl. So with that being said, Eagles win a close one tonight, 24-20. And we got the Chiefs and Chargers tomorrow night. Then we got a full slate of NFL games Sunday. We got a few key games Saturday in college. My eyes will definitely be on South Florida and the Florida Gators. I want to see what the Gators have. This will definitely be a step up in competition from their week one opponent. South Florida looked good, and they're coming out party. I believe they played Boise State, if I'm not mistaken. They took it to them real tough. And my eyes will be on that game, and it'll also be on Oklahoma versus Michigan in Oklahoma. So that should be a good one. You see that freshman phenomenal quarterback that Michigan has, and we'll see the transfer that Oklahoma has. So a lot of good football going around. I'll be here for it. I know you'll be there for it. Make sure you tune in. I'll be back this weekend. And as always, Monos, baby. Talk to y'all soon. Be easy.